just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless. You just gotta be fearless.
Alright guys, thanks for joining us today on NTSR 93.7.8 Terrestrial Radio. And you already know who it is delivering these crisp vocals into your speakers. It's the one, it's the only, it's the myth, it's the legend. It's just me guys. The guy who's half man, half amazing. Now, today on our show, we actually got something exciting planned out, and the topic for the day is dreams. And I'm not talking about the visions you see in your head when you fall asleep at night, but more so the jobs, or should I say careers rather, that you wanted to work in as a kid. Today, we're going to break down and go back and forth with you listeners about all the jobs you guys wanted to do as kids. Now, luckily, someone in this building had the foresight to set up a couple of places where you guys can send in messages, and it seems as though we already got a couple of entries. Remember, if you want to send us a message, just hit up our website, and the links to our Discords, Instagrams, WhatsApp groups, and even our Twitter accounts are up there. Okay, so this first guy actually has an interesting story. It says that he wanted to be a voice actor on his favorite cartoon. And speaking of cartoons, I actually had a similar dream to that. See, when I was younger, I actually thought that I had a chance to work at Cartoon Network. Thing is, I really loved all of their products, right? I remember just sitting on the couch as a kid coming back from school and consuming Cartoon Network. And one experience that really stood out to me is that every time I picked anything to watch on the TV, right? Each and every one of the shows I would see on Cartoon Network would make me laugh. But I didn't understand the fact that if a show is having an impact on me, that's for a reason. Somebody wants the show to trigger something within me. So every time I giggled, every time I busted out laughing, every time I felt some type of deeper emotion from kids' cartoons, I didn't clock that, somebody was working behind the scenes to trigger all these things in me, until one day it dawned on me, hey, I can't watch the regular show, and Adventure Time, and Amazing World of Gumball, and all of these other beautiful, beautiful works of art on Cartoon Network and keep laughing, and somebody isn't writing this. These jokes are perfect because some of the jokes are just jokes that you hear. Some of the jokes are jokes that you see. Some of the jokes transcend both dimensions of joke telling, and it's something that when they're telling the joke, there's a visual gag going with it, and I'm like, nah, I want that job. I really, really want that job, because whoever is telling these jokes is as funny as the funniest person alive to me, and I want to have that ability to trigger that kind of response from other people. I already like making people laugh face to face. I bust out the craziest jokes in class. Why is it that I can't put this on paper and then somebody else says it and then it just shows up on TV? Because that's how I thought writing for a TV show worked. But the problem with my dream is I didn't live anywhere near California. On top of that, I didn't live anywhere near New York, and those are the only two places I could feasibly think of that would have Cartoon Network studios. On top of that, no idea where Cartoon Network studios were at, and I don't know how to apply for a job at a place that I don't even know where it exists at. So for me, the reason why my dream died is simply because I was mad young. I had no idea how to even get to the places to apply for these jobs. I really wanted to work there, but sometimes dreams just need to die. But the craziest part about my whole dream to become a writer is it actually pertains to what I do today. All of the skills that I would have needed to learn to do a great job at Cartoon Network is exactly the same skills I'm developing at my other job. Storytelling, character development, and slipping in the inappropriate joke here and there is exactly what I've been learning to do. But you know what you could do for me? Receive this next word from our sponsors. Do you enjoy watching movies even though you genuinely don't understand what you just saw? Do you enjoy consuming stories at the cinema even though you always leave with a confused look on your face? Well, don't fret, because all your worries have been resolved. Get all your movie breakdowns at Let's Talk Movies with Nati. That's Let's Talk Movies with Nati, a brand new cinematic breakdown channel available on YouTube. And guess what? It's all free. Just search at Movies with Nati and get your fill of the latest and greatest movie breakdowns for the low price of absolutely free.
Those who partake in Nati's content might find themselves extremely entertained, educated, and somewhat triggered. Nati's videos are part divisive, part immaculate, and part misguided. All engagement must occur at own risk. Each product consumed separately. T's and C's apply.
Okay, for those of you who've just joined us today, we're actually talking about dream jobs and why you might have had to let yours go. One of the producers was saying something during the ad break that caught my attention, and he said that working here wasn't actually his dream. He actually ended up here thanks to his parents, and I'm not talking nepotism. See, I don't know if you know this, but for a lot of us, We have parents who are, the correct word for it is strict. And something these strict parents always have is expectations. When you come from a good household and were raised right, there's always an occupation your parents want you to pursue. For me, my parents wanted me to work anywhere where they needed a degree. And that means I gotta get an education. And that's how I ended up wanting to be an architect and later on a physiotherapist. See, when I first got to high school, there's no other way to put this, but I was just a top of lard. I was really fat, and my dad had the genius idea of sending me to the gym. At the same time, while I was going to the gym, I kind of thought that, yo, if I'm gonna be doing something like this, I should learn as much as I can learn about it as quickly as possible. That's how I found myself on YouTube looking at these, I don't know how to say it better than this, but bro scientists. Just these guys who have backwards ideologies about how to build muscle, and I learned the craziest ways to get as buff as possible, as quick as possible, even though I never did it. Same time I'm hitting the gym, I'm destroying my body. To this day, my shoulder clicks because of something I did when I was a kid. At the same time all of this is going on, my mom introduces me to a lady. My mom says, hey, this is your aunt. Ask her what she does. So I ask her, Aunt Lady, what do you do? She says to me, I'm a physiotherapist. Now at that time I had no idea that job even existed, let alone how to even spell the word. When I heard physio, I thought it was going to be followed by something else and not therapy, but basically she told me as simple as she could put it, right? Basically in layman's terms so I could understand it because I wasn't the brightest kid. She said, I study muscles. And I was like, cool, I already got it. You don't need to explain anymore. I know everything about muscles because I watch people like Jeff Cavalier. Okay, cool. So, my dream was to become a physiotherapist so that I could explain how muscles work to everybody else. I went on YouTube, started digesting everything I could find about muscles, whether it be from the bro science realm or whether it be from actual science. I started learning really well how to build, like, I don't want to say the perfect body because that depends on genetics, but I learned how to get jacked really quickly. But that dream died because I spoke to a kid one day. I'm speaking to this kid and he's telling me he wants to go into therapy. Kid's younger than me, by the way, but he's telling me the rules of going into therapy, and I never verified this, it just put me off, right? But basically, he told me that you could go to school, you could study therapy, you could get every single degree you want to get. You could even like get a doctorate if you want, right? But at some point, you're gonna get sat down and you're gonna be forced to sit at like some kind of tribunal. And one of the things they're going to do is test to make sure that you are sane, because they cannot let somebody into the world of therapy that is insane because they're gonna make more of themselves. We don't need more crazy people in the world. We need people who are gonna help. I don't know why these two ideas like connected in my mind, but normal therapy and physiotherapy kind of existed in the same box for me, right? So when I was like, yo, other people can decide if you're gonna do this job when you've already got all the degrees and all the pieces of certificates that can tell you whether you are or aren't knowledgeable in this. I don't want to do this no more. Dream died same time. But during that time, I was just, what's a good way to word this? I was just floating around from different career choice to different career choice. And at the time in school, right, remember I'm learning how to become this jacked muscle man. They decide to let us pick our own subjects. When I get to the 10th grade, they say, hey, you guys no longer have to learn what we're telling you to learn. You can pick what you want to do. End up in this class called engineering, graphics, and design, right? My physiotherapy dream just died, and now I'm in this random class. And you know what they start teaching us how to do? They start teaching us how to design houses. They start teaching us what goes into houses. They start teaching us how to draw houses. They start teaching us how to read like floor plans and all these other type of things. And now I'm just getting into the headspace of this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna design houses for people. So I start learning the same way I learned with my physiotherapy. Go to YouTube, watch how other people do it. It's the simplest way to do it. Start following this channel called Architectural Digest because they always talk about some crazy architect's dream and they always show the funniest houses off. Even start learning how to interior design for no absolute reason. Go to Pinterest, start learning like what type of curtains a room should have, where should your couch be sitting, how far should you be sitting from your TV depending on how big your TV is. And you know why that dream died? Because when I got to my last year in high school, I looked at my grades and I said, yo, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not really built for this. I'm not really built for physics. I'm not built for math. Yes, sure, I'm passing here and there, but this is barely. I'm passing barely. So the next level is going to be hyper dependent on me. Me getting to the next level is going to be hyper dependent on me passing my final exams with like flying colors, and that's just not going to happen. I've shown from the first grade up until today that I cannot get 100% on the test, so it's not going to happen now. And yeah, that's just how dreams die. But yeah, that's just a little something about me I don't usually tell people, and I'm pretty sure this caller has something they don't like to tell people either, but let's ask them anyways. Caller, would you like to tell us something about your dream, something that never manifested? Yeah, I've got something to tell you, but first off, first time caller, long time listener, and I have something really interesting to tell you. And you know, I once had a dream where you actually did your job correctly. Like, you tell us that you're going to engage with us and talk about the dreams we wrote in about, but no! You quickly blow by what we wrote in to tell us about your BS dreams. How about you just read the messages we send in? Read one whole message and don't interject with your own yap session. Read what we said, comment on what we said, and move on to the next thing one of us said. Like, what is this? Amateur hour? You know what, caller? I don't like telling people who aren't wrong that they are. And I usually agree with people who make a point. And right now, after everything you said, I feel like there's a whole lot I need to say to you and the rest of the viewers. I know I have to issue out a couple apologies, but first, I just want you, caller, to know that you and your whole family can eat the baddest dick. This isn't your show, bozo. I call the shots here. And just for that, thanks to all your disrespect, I dedicate this next song to you.
They take your time, tell us what to do. The paradigm is nothing new until we see we will never be free.
You thought that was it? Nah, son. Here's another one for you. Okay, so if you're joining us now, the suits from upstairs are very upset. They reprimanded me for my uncouth behavior and ordered I give an apology, so sorry or whatever to all of you, and I apologize to the lost caller for my honest remarks. I mean, my messed up rhetoric. Anyways, we got a message here from Yellow Chaos Agent underscore 6 who says, my dream when I was little was to be an ice cream man. But now, I didn't know where to get an ice cream van. And I definitely knew I couldn't make all that cream myself. I mean, I'm only one man, and unlike a cow, I only have one udder. Wait, what? Okay, that was disturbing. Well, we do have another DM here, and looky here, this username looks a lot like the name of that one caller who yelled at me. Let's see what his dream was. It sounds like justice has been served and they finally convinced you to do your job. Next time, just put the burgers and fries in the bag, bro, and we won't have a problem. Wow, nice. Seems like every Karen has their Kyle. Well, got another entry here. Fuck, man. Where we got this anonymous young woman saying, when I I was a kid, I wanted to be a doctor, and I was pretty convinced that I could end up being one. Like, I loved blood, and whenever someone suffered a paper cut, I was always there with a bandage and lemon juice on hand. The juice was to make sure the cut was real. Anyways, in my pursuit of becoming a doctor, I ended up going over to my neighbor's house, and we played a little doctor, wink wink. And now I have a set of quadruplets. Oh my goodness. What a confession. That was definitely one of the stories of all time. Great story, by the way. That reminds me of what happened to me when my physiotherapy dream died. See, just after watching my physiotherapy dream get ripped to shreds, I had somehow made it into college. Yes, I made it seem as though my marks were trash, but I had good enough grades to go to college. Now, I got to study what I wanted to study, but that's not where I really wanted to work. Like, I went to school for IT, but I was more so interested in other things computers could do. So one day, find myself on YouTube, and I'm realizing a lot of the content I consume revolves around story time, specifically animated story time. So creators like Swoozy, Odd Ones Out, Domix, all those type of guys had my attention on lock. When I just made it out of high school, I couldn't watch anything but anime and them. So I decided the obvious next step to take while I'm trying to get this degree is to learn how to edit. And the reason why I needed to learn how to edit, and I needed to learn it quick, is because I don't want to make YouTube videos, specifically story times. Now at the time, I didn't realize that that was one of the hardest niches to go into, simply because every video is you burning a story and you can never circle back to any stories. So once you tell it, it's out there. So I manned up, got my camera, got a mic, recorded 6 of my stories, 6 of my best stories at the time, by the way, right? And I recorded them, learned how to edit, did it the hardest way possible, because what I said when I wanted to learn to edit was, I went to Google and I'm like, hey Google, what's the best editing software? Which is something I do not suggest you do. If you want to learn how to edit, there's places where I can send you, but I just searched, where do you go if you want the best editing software? And then Google, being Google, is like, yo, there's DaVinci Resolve, there's one that you can't use, so we won't even name it, and then there's Premiere Pro. DaVinci Resolve, for some reason, I just knew back then that I had to skip it. Even to this day, I refuse to use it. And then the only choice I had left was either, at the time, I forgot the name of this other software that I used, but it would leave this fat watermark. Filmora would leave this fat watermark on your whole video after you press export. So I couldn't use Filmora. So I was like, okay, cool. I don't have any other choice. Let's go to Premiere Pro. Started learning how to edit. Edited 6 videos. And after they were done, I realized, yo, my YouTube channel is dead. And the reason why it's dead is because I have no more anything to put up here. No more stories, no more ideas, no more nothing. So how my YouTube dream died the first time was I just ran out of ideas super quickly. Great thing though is it's not completely dead. I do have a YouTube still and I'm posting weekly, but it suffers from the same thing my original dream suffered from. I run out of ideas quick, but I fixed that issue pretty quickly because I realized if you're gonna start a channel, the only way to maintain your channel is to keep coming up with ideas. So you better pick a niche that has hella ideas. And I only say all of this to remind you who is in control here. That's right, there is no higher ups. No one came to tell me nothing. Not even my producers have anything to say, and you know why? It's simple. Caller number 1. Man who I can't expose because I don't know how doxing works. It's simple. Because like I said before, this is my show.